Hello and welcome to this first 40 video where we just play the first 40 minutes of different video games and get the feel of it. Oh no! Sorry, just don't worry about that little next cycle thing. Alright, so this is Unity of Command 2. We're going to be playing through the first 40 minutes of the game just to see how far it's come. It came out just last month and is a very fun strategy game. It's had a series of small but very nice feeling updates that just fix a few things. The foundation is great, the game itself goes really well, but then they're just adding in little things and quality of life improvements, which is awesome. So I'm glad that they are planning to continue to do that as they then release larger updates and stuff down the road. Alright, so let's go to the main menu. We'll start the music, but the music in the main screen is just really loud and annoying. Not annoying, it's good, it's great, you just wouldn't be able to hear me, and I wouldn't be able to hear me. And so anyway, we're going to just be doing a new campaign, Victory in the West. I guess we'll go on easy, just to get a feel for things. So yes, after 3 dark years of countless disasters at the hands of the Axis powers, the fortunes of war seem to have turned. In North Africa, Commonwealth forces have advanced 2,000 kilometers since the Battle of El Alamein. Meanwhile, green American troops have recovered from their ordeals at Kasserine Pass. And so, the long march to Berlin begins. Alright. So then now here I'll get the sound going and all that stuff. Ooh. Oh god, maybe the sound is supposed to be... Oh, yep, oh god. Alright, let's... We'll jump back to the main menu, I'll turn the sound on, and then we'll listen to that, because it just sounds a lot better with music, sorry. Oh dear. Yeah. 1943, Europe. February 2nd, 1943. The German 6th Army surrenders. Soviets take 91,000 prisoners and continue striking west. February to March. Germans evacuate the Chev salient. Strike back near Krakow. The Eastern Front stabilizes. Alright, let's just turn that down a little bit. There we go. Alright, so here we are in the start of the Victory in the West. You are hereby designated as Supreme Allied Commander. You will enter the continent of Europe and, in conjunction with the other United Nations, undertake operations aimed at the heart of Nazi Germany and her allies. The strategic map. This map shows you the wider war. Go to one of the theater maps to view and play scenarios. Map switching buttons are directly above, near the top of the screen. Okay, so this is the strategic map where we get to see all of the Western Front, stretching from, well, all of just Europe, all of the European theater, but we are only going to be fighting in Italy and then France. So we are going to be doing the Western Front, even though you can see all of the theater of war, which means the developers themselves have said that they plan to get the Soviet Union into the game with DLC and all that. The first game in the series was all about the Eastern Front, all about Soviet and German fighting. So it makes sense that this game, Unity of Command 2, would start with its focus on the other part of the war in the West. Anyway, we will get to go to the Mediterranean. That's where we'll be headed. The Mediterranean presents an opportunity to put pressure on the Nazis until an invasion of Northern Europe can be launched. Starting with Operation Overlord, this theater will likely become a matter of secondary importance. Alright, well, it's primary importance right now. So we have 2,000 prestige. That is the main currency of the game. We are playing on easy, but that's just so we can see as much of the game as possible in 40 minutes. But first, let's just quickly go into the options, and it's pretty sparse. There is no saving system. It just sort of auto-saves as you move through. Turn that down just a little bit more. The horns are loud. We'll turn it up once we're in a scenario. And that's one thing. I hope they balance out the main menu soundtrack music volume with the in-scenario music volume. That would be a good thing. But you have your regular, just regular old custom settings. Very limited, but you'll see when we're in the game, it looks great for what it is. Alright, let's see. Excellent, just some regular old controls. Good. I always like to show the hexes, but the game is incredible in that it is a hex map, but it doesn't feel like it. It doesn't look like it. And I like that. Alright. So, we have these cards that sometimes they're free, and when they are, we should probably take them. But sometimes they're not free, and then you have to balance out their value. Like Air Recon, I've found, personally, I don't need them. Elite replacements can be really good, but we'll see later in. But let's put away the cards and look at our HQs. So on the left you can see the HQs that will carry across multiple scenarios. Sometimes they have a little bit of a different name, but they like it might be the British 8th might become like a Corps or something, but usually it stays about the same. Like the US 2nd Corps, I think, becomes a different name or something. Anyway, sometimes you'll have other armies in a scenario, but those other armies, if you upgrade them, probably won't matter. Whereas like the 2nd Corps with Patton and the 8th Army with Montgomery, anything that we upgrade here with prestige will show up in later scenarios, and if they level up in the scenarios themselves, will also carry over deeper into the campaign. So here we're definitely going to increase the range of both armies for their truck assist, range and movement, because that's going to come in handy. All right, everything else we don't need at the moment, so that's good. We'll just keep 150 prestige for now. Alright, so now we end the conference. So this is where we could upgrade our HQ and buy support cards only during a conference. So we have everything that we need. So now, for these next 3 scenarios, we'll have to hope that we upgrade our HQ to where we needed to, but we did, because it's the first grouping of scenarios. Alright, Wadi Akarit. While US forces have been halted near El Ghoutar and Makanasi, the British 8th Army has broken through the Merith defensive line. I don't know why. Okay, anyway. Only the Wadi Akarit stands in the way of Montgomery's forces breaking into open terrain. In the air, the Allies have gained the upper hand, and at sea, precious few Axis supplies ships arrive intact to Tunisia. Very good. Let us start the scenario. Alright. So this will give us all just an opportunity to see what the game looks like about 2 months out from release, and to just see if it's something that you'd be interested in. Currently, the campaign is an Allied campaign. You're going to be playing as the side of the Allies through the campaign. However, you can play each scenario with hot seat multiplayer, and you can play it from both sides. But currently, there's no situation where you can play as the Axis trying to break out against the AI. I think there might be like 1 or 2 scenarios where you're playing as the Axis, but it's always where you are attacking the AI. The AI is really good at defense. It's not necessarily built for offense. And so that as we get into the game, or if you've seen other people play it, or if you yourself have played it, then you understand it wouldn't be a good thing to try to be the Axis. Like the game is just really fun with the role that it puts you in, and there's nothing wrong with that. All right. Our forces are converging towards a link-up in central Tunisia. The U.S. Second Corps and British First Army are to try and force the passes of the eastern dorsal range and then cut off the Axis line of retreat from Wadi Akrit. Be wary of overextending your forces, though. At this stage in the Desert War, there is no need for unnecessary risks. Alright. So this is currently the battle preparation stage where we can take a look. So here we have the U.S. Second Corps. They are based out of El Gutar. Very good. So yeah, if we press H, the hexes go away, and it's such a beautiful, oh yes, a full 3D rendered world, and I love it. Oh god, how do I, there we go. Alright, but this is how I like to look at it. I'll play away with the hexes for now. Alright, so we're going to have the US Second Corps with Patton based out of Al-Ghatar. Then we have the British 8th Army trying to push up with Montgomery. And so here's an example. The British First Army. They will be in like other scenarios, but they're not our core armies. So when they get upgrades as they level up, actually I don't even know if they can level up, because it's like our main people as the units under their command get into fights and stuff, they will get experience and level up. Whereas I don't think the British First Army even levels up. But that's okay. Alright. Let's see. Oh man, it's been a while. Let's double check everyone's force pools. Oh yes. Alright, so at the start of each engagement, if we needed to, we could get more support to the units that are under the command of the British First. So, like some US infantry, I think we'll want for this combat regiment, 168th, because they're going to have to try and take Fade Pass. So they're probably, yeah, let's see. Oh man. Alright, let's just get them US infantry. Yeah, two steps. Alright, up here we definitely want these Brits to have another step. All the units here all have artillery. That's good. That's what the little quarter pounder. Not quarter pounder. I see the 25 and I think, oh, a quarter. And I see the Q, so I go quarter pounder. I don't know. It's a disease speaking. Alright, then we have the... I think that's good. I'm always very conservative with my prestige. Alright, now let's go to the British 8th Army. So we have artillery up in the front. That's going to be good. I think making sure that we have an extra... let's see. Here's an important part that people don't get, probably just because the naming is kind of weird. So each of these little guys, 1, 2, 3, 4 for the British armor, and we can see down, like the New Zealanders here have 5. These are all called steps. And they're made up of components. Now for infantry, 1 step equals 1 component, but for armor, 1 step equals 1 infantry and 2 armor equipment. So like 1 infantry component plus 2 armor equipment equals 1 armor step, where 1 infantry step just equals 1 infantry component. And that's something that gets a little confusing over time as a battle unfolds, because you'll start to get stragglers that get broken off of units and fall back and get reorganized. So you'll look at your force pool, and these won't be there because it will be in the scenario. I'll show us in a moment. And you'll be like, oh, why can't I get this? Like, why can't I get this armored unit back up to strength? And it's because you might have a few infantry that's waddled in, but not enough armored equipment has come back. So that can be a little confusing for new and older people. Not people. Yes, just if you're over 60, you might not understand. If you're just a newer player to the game, that element. It took me a little while to go, oh, okay, that's the different. Those two things are two different things. All right. Anyway, we're gonna get some more armor for our armor to make sure that all our armored units are at least 5 steps. And I think we'll do the same with the Americans. There we go. All right. Now, in terms, I just love the New Zealanders and the Indian troops, so I always keep them at full strength. Let's see, this British unit we could also get. What about this French unit? Looks like we don't have any extra stuff for the French. We could get them some equipment, but we already have a lot of units here to punch in, so I think they'll be the 8th Army will be good. The next scenario is where the French can come in handy, if I recall correctly. Alright, so everyone's good in the north. The Americans are good. We've got artillery, some special units. I think this unit is super key to breaking through McNassie Pass, the first US Armored. So I definitely want to get them full steps, get them a shaman, and I guess I was lying when I said I was very conservative with the prestige. Oh dear. Alright, so let's take a look at what our objectives here today will be. We want to take Fax, or Sfax, within turn 5, and Enfidaville by turn 8. Then Fonduque Pass, turn 4, McNassie Pass, turn 4, Faid Pass, turn 5, and Karuanan, turn 6. So it's going to be a big dance in the north with the British first, trying to break through. And in the south, it's just going to be about trying to encircle this unit and really destroy the force of their power. They don't have a lot of maneuverability, so once we've broken around them, kind of around here, and up here, once we get pressure on them here, they're going to be in trouble. They'll either have to... they won't be able to all run out because of these salt flats. They can't move through that. And that's going to be a key part of this battle. And of course, once we've broken through here, then like they only have 2 areas to try and push back through. Once we get in here, then we have that area of control to stop them. So we can really easily bottleneck their forces. And that's going to be the main plan of the operation. Oh, I completely forgot about supplies. Supplies are important. Oh dear. Alright, well, let's look at our supply. Is it N? N is theirs, right? No, B. B is our... no, B is theirs. V? V is our supply. Alright, so luckily everyone starts in supply. We have 100% of supplies coming in and plenty of trucks. So that is good. But I did not even think about that, and that is important. Well, alright. So the Italians are entrenched along the mountain range, which is not good terrain if we look at the terrain. So yeah, very good defensive positions all along here. The weakest point is where they've amassed their troops. These 2 bridges. Oh my god, that is not good. So let's start probing in the north. I think the key is going to be the 6th Armored. Oh yeah, we can just bury them. Alright, we'll move up the 46th British. Get the, start shifting our troops downward so that we can still hold this line, because they're not going to be in a position to counterattack. But really, it's all about Fonduque Pass. So we gotta start bombarding the town, where when the tanks will arrive. Oh yeah! Alright, there we go. Man, okay, I made a terrible mistake. Taking some prisoners. That's good. Oh dear. Alright. Have I messed up? I don't think so. That's just the thing I would tell myself. Okay. we should have given these people artillery. Alright, so we're going to have to do a feint attack. If you use the mouse wheel, you'll have special different attacks. You can also see them down here, but it's a lot easier with the mouse wheel. This allows you to play around with different strategies. You have your regular attack, which in this case would just wipe out our unit. That would not be good. So we're going to... We don't have artillery, so we can't try to just throw on suppressive fire. We don't have artillery, so we can't do a set-piece attack. So we're going to just have to do a feint attack. This is just to try to wear them down a little bit, with the hope that they'll get worn out before we do, as we sort of just pincer and probe their line, trying to weaken them down enough to actually attack. So there we can see our unit gained some experience. Units... Oh, that's not... how do we... Up here. Oh god, where is that? It's somewhere, I swear. Ah, right there, yes. So experience slowly goes up over time. We won't get into that too much. This unit is now weak because it has only 2 active steps. One is suppressed. And so that means if we had units coming in behind it, they'd be able to move around without running into the area of control for that unit. This is the key one, though. Good, yes, that Sherman is gonna help us out. Punch through, lads. Alright, we breached and taken the pass. Alright. And that's going to give us an upgrade to our HQ. Now, what I would say is, most of the time, you'll probably just want to go for the free specialization. It's something that you're probably going to want to use in the long run anyway, and it then saves you prestige. Now, other times, sometimes it is like a really great upgrade that it will let you unlock for a little bit of prestige. But in this case, like, we don't need another command point. I think these do only come from leveling up. Oh, yeah, okay. But lowering the cost... So right now, if a unit of ours has artillery, for 2 command points, and there's only 4 per turn, they can use their artillery to help suppress a unit. However, we can now get this free upgrade, and that will cut that cost in half. So it's as if we doubled our command points when it comes to suppressive fire. So just all about, yeah, we saw the price drop in half. So sometimes it is worthwhile to take those free... You only ever want to take the free upgrade or upgrade command points. Those seem to be the 2 best options. Alright, now we can do more with this unit if we really want to. We only had to take the pass, we don't actually have to hold on to it. So it might turn out that we actually want to like try and leap across here or leap around here. We'll have to see how well the rest of our units do. Alright, so first it looks like our Indian troops who are elite. Yes. You can kind of see that down here, the stars. If they have like double badges, double iron crosses, or whatever, then they're elite. If they have 1, then they're 1. And then none of our units are green, quote unquote. But if they have nothing, then they're just regular. I hope we never have to have green troops, because they're not the best. Alright, we pushed them back. I think we're going to use the armor as a follow-up to punch through. And then we're just going to keep trying to pour it on them. Alright, what can you do? Ooh. Oh. So yeah, right here we are doing a very good job of encircling this unit and getting more eyes on this unit. This whole group of units. Good. Alright, here we're just going to bombard. Oh, that was actually really successful. And actually, if they fall back a little bit, we can move the 5th British in and hit them. Alright, wow, we are making a much stronger advance than I thought we would. Now, oh dear. Alright, so I wish I had not actually moved this unit in. They don't have artillery, so next turn they're going to be kind of limited in what they can do beyond just sort of running away. But that's alright. Okay, over here, let's just hit these guys. Oh good, they had a rear guard, which means... let's see, if we click on... I think these people have it. Yes, so you can order a unit to retreat when attacked. This can help you not take as many heavy losses. You have a lot of different options. So you have your no retreat and your rear guard, both of which will only come into effect during your opponent's turn. No retreat means you're telling your troops, hey, dig in. If you have to take heavy losses, do it. Just hold on to that territory. We need that area. And that can be helpful when we're like on against the clock, when we have like 2 turns left and someone's about to dislodge us from a point we need to hold. Versus retreat, where you might think, okay, these troops aren't as strong, we can give up this territory, we just need to buy for time. I will order our troops to retreat. But both of those take your command points. You need to be in range of your HQ to use them. So that's why you don't want to just run your troops all around. Like, we don't want British 8th Army units way up here by the 1st Army because they can't use their special abilities. Alright. So you two are sort of stuck, and now this, aha, yes. So like the little white exclamation mark means that the Italian unit is outside of their commanding army, the 1st Army's range, so they can't do anything special. And later on, it's also imperative for like entrenching all kinds of good abilities. Alright, well, we might as well just keep crunching in. Oh yeah. We'll take as much territory as we can. So now we've surrounded this unit. Means next turn they're going to be in a sad place. Alright, good. So we're doing very well in the south so far. Let's look over at the Americans. Let's see. Ooh, ouch. Okay. Alright, so we'll bombard this unit to help soften it up. Excellent. Ooh, good, they're weak. Alright, we're gonna go into the mountains and strike down at them. Ooh, alright, we did take some losses, but we hit them again. And then the Benson Task Force is just gonna run on up and destroy them. There we go. Alright, so we've a good opening move against the German forces. I think it's the African Corps. Something Africa Corps. And we've already, let's see, if we look at the enemy supplies, we're already cutting off their units here, these 2 Italian units. So they'll have to pull back as well, or face being completely cut out. So I expect these German units here to be shifting back east, and even these units to either try and move back or at least try to solidify. We could, oh my god, we actually could, well, okay. So if we cut off their supplies here, they'll just cut off our supplies. Actually, we won't even have any supplies. Rail lines are the key to victory. That's where your supplies are usually moving along. And it looks like our supplies are coming in from the north here. So, yeah. As we get deeper, it's gonna get more dangerous. Alright, but this has been a great first turn. Alright. So we're making progress towards Faduk Pass. With this armored unit, I think we'll be able to punch through even deeper. We're weakening them there. So that's good. Alright, so that was a good first turn. Let's see what the AI does. Oh, god, that's right. We do have air attack. And also some air recon. Let's use one of our air recon. Just to see if there's anything behind here. So they've got nothing. Like, once we break through, that's it. Alright, what about back here? Looks like a small unit defending the city, but also if we can break along this dry riverbed, get a strong position here, it then becomes a huge wedge between the north and the south, and all we have to do is just skirt this lake bed that we can't cross because it's all salt, and cut off all the supplies to the south, and at which point, ooh, that's the wrong button, at which point the enemy will completely fold. They'll completely collapse. With an army cannot fight unsupplied for very long. Alright. Oh god, I forgot to airstrike though. That was the actual point of that message. I was distracted by myself. Alright, so that's not a good, that was a good counterattack by them. Alright, so they're strengthening their position there. Oh, hello, Panzer. Alright. So they're digging in. They know they can't win outright, so they're just trying to play the best hand they can with what they have. Alright, so I messed up by not using our... There we go, let's turn up... I really love the soundtrack. It's not minimalist, but like, it does a great job. It helps you be in the mood. Alright, so yeah, I forgot to use the air attack. We get it every turn, there's no reason to not use it. Uh-oh, you're out of supply. Are you out, or are you just... Okay, so here we can see, like, a unit that would be in this hex is always going to be in supply. However, when it comes to the mountains, there's a small chance that you will just... supplies can't reach you because of the terrain. Weather also can mess that up. Alright, so here... They've dug in, but we can keep punching. Those Shermans, they'll get you. Alright, so we're just gonna slam right into them because we can. Oh, alright, we're gonna need to make sure that we're getting our supplies up. Alright. Just reorganizing our supplies, moving them forwards. So that the American... Oh god, okay. You know, I didn't think that through. We should have probably just sent the Americans north, so that we don't end up bottlenecking everyone up here. Whoops. Guess you can always... There is an undo feature that as long as you have not discovered new units, or moved into an area where you think there might be new units, like, it's a very well thought out undo button. It is there to help you if you actually make a mistake. It's not there to punish you, but it's also not there for you to exploit. So like if I ran a unit into this area, I wouldn't be able to undo that movement because I'm scouting. I'm seeing if something's there. But if I just click this unit and it was like, oh, go there, and I'm like, oh crap, I don't actually want to do that. Like, we can move them back. But here, I don't know. Alright, I will live with my mistakes. Ooh. Alright, those are some nice Indian troops. Ooh! Alright, let's just completely cut them off. This is the end. Oh man. Okay. Link up with the Americans. We've got supplies that will be able to come through. For the most part. Let's see if we can destroy this unit completely, then that will get full supplies coming up, because we don't want people to not have supplies. Who can... Right, we'll just move all units up. Hit them again. Great, they are on death's door. Alright, and... Oh yes, also, these supplies are seizable if we have a unit that can move. So when we seize these, all the units around it will become supplied as well. So that's another way that you can propel an attack forwards. Grabbing enemy supply depots. So that you might be stretching your supply limits, your supply lines to the limit, but you'll keep going just a little bit longer because you're using enemy supplies. So if the units up here had been out of supply, they would now be in supply again, because we just captured the enemy supplies. And that means this whole unit, this whole pocket is dead. They won't be able to break out. But don't take my word for it. Alright, now we do need to keep our supply line safe. So unfortunately, this Italian unit, the Spezia, are going to keep us a little bit tied down while our main armored units redeploy to the east. Just make a bold push all the way up here. Now if you're like, wow, he's doing really well, you're probably also going, oh, you're playing on easy. That is true. I think we can turn up the difficulty later on though, or not, I don't know. We can always just start again. This is just to get a taste of the game in this first 40 minutes. Alright, excellent. Luckily our armored units can all easily deploy far. So we're definitely going to want to put down a new source of supply. There we go. Gotta keep the offensive rolling. So we'll actually use the Americans to just mop this stuff up, while the British 8th Army takes on the main advance towards Fax? and eventually Adfidelfile. I probably pronounced that. Alright, this is a good place where we can use our airstrikes, maybe. Alright, we're on turn 2, we need Faduk Pass by turn 4. So this actually has an extra turn. Start pushing our troops into position. The key to taking the pass is going to be air support, and then combined operations of infantry and armor. Alright, that's good. We weakened them heavily. I think we can push them out now. Oh my gosh. Well, there we go. So that's going to give us something. What did it give us? Oh, British Churchill added, maybe. Gave us like a special card, or a special unit, I think. Oh, that's the wrong button. The force pool. Ah, yes, okay, it gave us a Churchill heavy tank. Well, I know where to put it. Oh, it'd be good with... Okay, let's just make this an OP. The 6th British Armoured is now just going to be super OP, and is going to lead the drive out towards Karawan. So that's going to be good. Here, we'll just do another feint attack. Make them sad. I don't know. Keep them busy. But this is going to be good. Alright, let's take a look at our supplies. Alright, as long as they don't sneak through here, let's put down a new supply depot to keep the operations moving forward. That will allow us to pull back this supply by 1. And these supplies will come from here. Alright, so that's good. As much as possible, you actually want to consolidate your supply depots. This is not how you actually want to organize your supplies, how I've done it. Where you don't want all these supply depots everywhere. It means that, because the enemy is great at just picking them off, knowing exactly, like going, oh, I can just take 2 or 3 of your supply things. I might lose this unit, but your supply is more important. And so like the AI is really good at knowing when to sacrifice units to get behind your lines and cut your supply. And they do it. The AI is really good. It's not human level. It's not perfect. It's not unbeatable, but it is, especially like when you're getting the time constraints of higher difficulty levels, it is a huge challenge. Alright, here we're going to just start bombarding this unit, each turn with this unit. At the end of each turn, if we have extra, like, bombarding. Oh, well, maybe we didn't. Oh well. Alright, I think we're all good. Excellent. And, so we'll let the AI take their turn, but this has been the first 40 minutes of Unity of Command 2. So hopefully it's given you a taste. It's given me another taste. I really love this game. It's been so much fun. We are definitely going to get to do a playthrough again on our Twitch channel. Subscribe. But I don't know, I'm not good at self-promotion, so like, you can always ask if you want to find more of our stuff. Twitch is our main place. We're just starting to make more things for YouTube for discovery reasons. But anyway, this has been the very first 40 video that we've ever made, and hopefully you all enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun getting to jump into it. 40 minutes is not a lot of time. Yeah. Alright, well, I'll see you all later in the next first 40 minutes. And if this video does well, then we'll make it... The idea is that each first 40 is like a jumping off point. So that if people are like, oh, that is really cool, I do want to know how this is going to play out, then we'll make a part 2, 3, and it'll just become its own regular series. So this is either episode 1 in our Unity of Command 2 Let's Play, or it's just the first 40 minutes of the playthrough and settings and all that stuff, just to sort of get your feet wet in the game. So, thanks again for checking us out, checking out the game, and checking out the channel. I'll see you all later.